Yes. Good call by you.
Victorious. Valparaiso Beacon are with us. They have a date tomorrow, 5 o'clock, against the Bradley Braves. We have head coach Roger Powell Jr., all right, and Cooper Schwieger with us. We're going to have Roger start off with a statement, and then we'll go to questions for all three of the members of Valparaiso on the dais. Roger, please.
First of all, man, in that room over there, we were just sitting down, just kind of relaxing, taking it all in. I mean, that was an unbelievable game, you know, just college basketball game. Two great teams. You know, I'm an okay coach, one great coach. Man, that was just beautiful. And for me to just be a part of this, I told Coach before the game, I was just like, it's an honor to be coaching on the sidelines with you. And, you know, Jake has won a lot of games. And when I took this job, you know, he was one of the coaches that really encouraged me. And we stayed in contact. And so it was just an honor and pleasure to be coaching against a guy of his stature. And then that game, you know, going up, I knew they were going to make a run. I mean, they put that press on us, and, you know, they were competing. And then to take the lead and to make it, you know, a one-possession game, like that's what you live for. And that's what these guys live for. And I want to speak to them and our team, the resilience that they showed, the grit that they showed. I mean, that was probably one of the grittiest wins of the year on the biggest stage of the year so far. So proud of what these young men are doing. So proud of where our program is going. So proud to be a Beacon. And all of our Beacon fans, you guys better make a trip up here tomorrow and support and get on board with what we're building, because it's special. It's special. And I'm excited. And we get an opportunity to get back Bradley. Just like UIC, we felt like, you know, they kind of escaped us 2 times in the regular season, and I feel like we can compete with them. So let's have a party tomorrow and have some great college basketball.
Yep. Right here. Coming, you're right.
Cooper, take me through the last 5 seconds defensively, what you had to do and just kind of what was going through your mind.
I mean, I saw he had just Anderson had just scored the last couple of buckets, I believe, and they kept going to him. So I saw everyone kind of clear out around me. I saw him at the top of the key, and I knew it was going to be an ISO. So you know, I kind of was just thinking, like, I just don't really want to be the guy to let everybody down, you know what I'm saying, and get scored on in that last second. So I just I made a play, I suppose, and then, you know, ended up winning. So it was pretty cool.
There's a timeout. You guys come out of the timeout. You walk over to your spot on the court. You're right in front of President Padilla and his family, and I think you kind of gestured like, we're good. Like, where does that confidence come from?
Man, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Some people call me a little arrogant and delusional, but, you know, I just want to go out there and make plays. You know, I saw them and their whole family right there on the sideline. You know, every time I see families like that who are supporting us just to their maximum effort, like, just makes me want to get it done for them. You know, I see Coach Powell and his family all the time, like, they want us to win so bad, so, like, I have to, you know, go out there and just give 100% effort and just give everything I have to, you know, get it done for everybody. You know, it's not just me out there. It's our whole, you know, Valpo family.
This is for all three of you. You had a 9-game losing streak. I don't think you ever lost belief, but how did you stay composed to get yourself to the semis?
We're going to go start with Cooper, then all, and the coach.
I mean, I think during that 9-game losing streak, I honestly think it probably helped us more than it hurt us. I mean, at the time, it sucked to go through, but now, you know, we get to the end of the year when I mean, not like those games didn't matter, but, you know, this is one and done. If you don't win, you're going home. So I think it really made us focus up. You know, it taught us a lot of things about our team, how we needed to play. Obviously, we won a little bit in the beginning, so we knew what we needed to do. And then it's just, you know, I think that just taught us a lot. It was kind of like going through the fire, and then obviously it came out on the other side, and now we're bringing it all together.
Yeah, you know, the 9-game losing streak was definitely tough. But, you know, but there was plenty of games in that 9-game losing streak that, you know, we had leads at the end of the game to win. So, you know, it wasn't a matter of, you know, do we believe in ourselves? Are we capable of winning these games? It was just a matter of execution late in the game, you know. And like Cooper said, you know, it actually helped us, you know, going through the fire, going through adversity like that helps you grow. And I feel like our team's just grown each and every single game this season. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I mean, they answered. You know, we've been talking about this. We do a thing called team time where we, you know, work on their minds, their hearts, and their souls, just teaching them about life and how how you make it through adversity and what the purpose of adversity is. The purpose of adversity is to make you stronger. And we've been harping on that, and I think these guys have embodied that, and you're seeing the product of it, like all said, we had a lot of close games. I mean, a lot of tough games that we lost, and it was heartbreaking, but man, we just stayed with the process, and these guys stayed with the process, and that's how we were able to get to the semifinals of the Missouri Valley Tournament.
Roger, we didn't talk at all about this in yesterday's press conference, but going into the conference tournament, most important games of the year, you put a guy in the starting lineup who hasn't started all season. He led you in plus minus today. What has Carson Schwieger brought to you?
Oh my goodness! I mean, he's a freshman. He redshirted, and he's someone that I don't think he's really scared of the moment. Like this young guy over here. I mean, none of these guys are scared of the moment. He takes big shots. He gets big defensive plays, and he's tough. And it's really cool, to be honest, seeing him and his brother play together is pretty special. To have twins out there making plays and winning games in the conference tournament. So, he gives us size, he gives us rebounding, and you got a game plan for these two because they both can shoot threes, and that's been a huge addition. But he's earned it, in practice he's earned it, he's worked, and I have a ton of confidence in him. That's why I put him in starting lineup.
Cooper,
and then also maybe they'll get confused on who is who, and maybe give we can kind of add fouls to whichever one we need in the moment. I'm just joking.
Cooper, we've talked about you playing with your brother before, but what was it like to get announced in the starting lineup with him yesterday and today?
I think it's just pretty cool, honestly. Like, once again, I know I talked to you the other day about, I haven't started with him or, played this many minutes with him probably since high school or prep school. So, once again, playing with someone I've played with my whole life, you know what I'm saying? He kind of knows where I'm kind of going on my moves and I can expect him to be. And same thing with him. I know what he's looking for, you know what I'm saying? I think he plays his role really well on our team and does what Coach asks of him. So, I don't know, I think it's just a lot of fun, honestly, and I think it's pretty cool.
Roger, you talked about the grittiness of your team in that game. You guys were amazing early. Then they showed an amazing amount of grit to get back in that game in that long run. You had to just kind of almost sit back and be proud of both of those teams and what they were putting on the floor.
No, absolutely. That's why I said it was a moment, man. And it's hard to take it in sometimes, but it was a beautiful college basketball game. Obviously I would love to keep a lead and win by 20, but man, that's not what March is about. It's about runs. It's about teams fighting. Clawing, trying to keep their season going, and that's what we just saw. That's what we just experienced, and it was fun. It was fun, and it's not as fun in the moment because you're trying to finish it out. But when you take a step back and you just think about what just happened, that's what this tournament's about.
And then Roger and Cooper, could you both talk about your defensive emergence both this season and here late in this tournament? You've been dominating on the defensive end as well as your offensive performance.
Cooper, you're first, please, and then Roger, and then we got a question here on the left. Go.
I think a lot of it has to do with starting this summer. Obviously, he told me he wanted me to start guarding some guards and be able to switch with me and not just have me, play classic big guy. And then obviously, I think about early on in the year, halfway through, I don't remember, he said something about we need paint protection. So I know I can block shots. Sometimes I would try not to foul and, whatever, play solid. And so I just started going over and trying to make plays to help everybody out on the team. And then obviously, I guess, I've been blocking some shots and whatnot, playing better defense. So I think it's helped us out a lot in the rim protection area. So I've just been trying to, be an anchor for our team where there's not a lot of free layups or free buckets, and help everybody out, really.
Yeah, he's had some huge blocks too. My goodness. It's been amazing today. He had 5 block shots yesterday, 6. I coached a guy here, and I work with a guy. We developed him a long time ago, Vashil Fernandez, and he was one of the best shot blockers I've ever coached at Valpo, and he's knocking on the door at breaking his record, and it's pretty cool to see. And that's the part. One thing I will say about both these guys, man, and our team, like he's a selfless guy. He's a selfless guy. A guy that making the plays that he's making and getting the accolades that he's getting. Same with him. These guys are selfless, man. They're not about themselves. He's extremely confident. We need that. You know what I'm saying? He's confident. We need that. But he's selfless. He's like, Coach said we need rim protection. So what does he do? He goes out and says, I'm gonna be a rim protector coach. And he's emerges that, and that's the reason that we're winning these games. A big reason, because these blocks that he's getting are, my goodness, they're they're amazing, and the timing of them and the importance of those stops, man, it's awesome.
We have 5 minutes left in this session. Questions over here on the left.
All felicitaciones por la victoria. Tell us what was going through your mind when you started hitting threes and scoring in the first half, and how did you feel that hyped up the entire victory and fueled up your team?
It's feeling good. Ball's going in the hoop, especially from the three. It's always a little better. You get to celebrate a little bit. But, obviously, kind of extended our lead a little bit, so that was good for us. But like I said, I just go out there and try to make winning plays for our team and, a couple threes to get it done. If that's what I have to do, that's what I'll do.
Paul and Roger, can you touch on what kind of wrinkle their pressure threw at you and how you had to kind of work through that?
All first.
They just kind of put a press on us. There's not much to it but to break it. We just kind of had a rough stretch right there, but eventually we scored, with the pressure, and that kind of brought their pressure back once they saw us score against it. So it's just about getting that first bucket with the pressure, and once we did that, we were able to come out of it pretty well. So.
Yeah, I thought they got really physical there for a moment, and I think we had to adjust to physicality. I thought it was a well called game, but when teams turn up the heat, just some of those hits and some of those fouls are going to get overlooked just because they're playing so aggressive, and I thought that happened, and I thought we had to just adjust to it.
Okay. Gentlemen, we are done here in this classroom. Thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow. Beacons and Braves at 5 o'clock.
Thank you. Hey, Paul. Need it tomorrow?
Thanks, gentlemen. Roger, great job.